What's up, guys? It's Tommy here from Saleslucky.com, and today's topic is about social proof. All right, so what is social proof? Specifically, I got this from Robert Cialdini's book, Influence, which is an incredible book on sales, influence, and all that. Highly recommend it if you haven't read it. If you have read it, I would recommend reading it again. I'm going through it my second time right now. And social proof is principle number 3 in this book. So what is social proof? Social proof is basically the concept of whenever we're unsure of what to do, we look around at people around us and if we see lots of other people doing something, then we automatically think that must be the right thing to do. Now, social proof is something we all do this. We all do this like a lot, pretty much all the time. And the social proof, like we do this most often when we're uncertain. When there's uncertainty, we tend to look around and model the behaviors of other people. I'm sure you guys all know what I'm talking about. And an example could be, let's say you're at a crosswalk at a really populated and like busy crosswalk where you can't really see the street signs yourself, and you can't really see like how the cars are moving and stuff like that because there's so many people around you. Well, social proof says in that uncertain situation, because you can't see the crosswalk, the lights, and like the cars, all you can see is people. If you see people starting to walk and cross the street, then you know that it's safe, and you're gonna walk and follow those people because if other people are going, it must be safe. That's an example of social proof, right? So social proof is oftentimes very helpful to us in a situation like that, but at the same time, it's also can be used as an incredibly powerful tactic and principle of influence. So Robert Cialdini calls this a click-word response, basically meaning if when we see something, we don't think about it and click-word and we just do something, right? So to give you an example, there was this event cited in the book where, this is a true story, I think it was in New York City or something, in broad daylight, in a busy neighborhood, a woman was murdered in broad daylight within this alleyway of a neighborhood, with multiple people watching, and nobody had called the cops. And the authorities were absolutely like flabbergasted. They had no idea why did all these people watching not call the cops. Later on, social psychologists understood that, well, in a city environment, the likelihood of uncertainty, of not understanding what a situation truly is really high. Because in a really busy city like New York, I mean, if someone is getting robbed, like, is it because they're getting robbed, or is it because a couple is fighting in public, and so uncertainty is high because there can be a lot of complex and different situations that we're not certain of, right? So in this specific situation, multiple people had witnessed the murder, but because there were multiple people there and those people saw each other and no one decided to take action, and everybody was like pretending to be cool, and everyone was like, didn't know, when people don't know what's going on and you don't want to give off like something's wrong because you don't know if something's wrong, and you're like unsure of what to do. Like if everyone's being like that and everyone's pretending to be calm because they don't know what's going on, then and you look around at the other people and they're pretending to be calm even though underneath they have no idea what's going on and they feel like something's wrong. Well, everyone was doing that, and because everyone was looking at each other and no one was sure what was going on, and everyone was pretending to be calm and cool, no one did anything. And so because of that concept of social proof, looking around and everyone looking to be on the surface okay, even though they weren't, nobody did anything about that crime. Okay, so This is an incredibly powerful concept. Another example of this is when they did an experiment where they had a person go in and had somebody stage a seizure. So when it was that person when that person was uh, having a seizure, the actor was having a seizure, and the participant came in. If it was the participant by himself, 90% of the time, the participant did something to help the person having a seizure. Now, the interesting thing is when they added two more paid actors to that scenario, so the person having the seizure, along with two paid actors who pretended to be calm, collected, like they didn't notice anything was happening, that participant who the study was done on, the percent chance of him doing something about that person having a seizure dropped from 90% to 16%, which is absolutely fucking mind blowing. Because if you see a person having a seizure, wouldn't you do something about it? Yes, of course, right? But if you had two other people there that pretended like everything was okay, that wouldn't that make you question yourself or second guess yourself? Like, hey, is there something wrong here? Like, why aren't the other two people doing anything? Well, if the other two people aren't doing anything, maybe there's nothing wrong here. So that rate of helping that person having a seizure went from 90% to 16%, which is absolutely nuts. Okay? So what does this mean? This means that as persuaders and influencers, we can be much more persuasive by sharing with our prospect or customer how their peers or other people like them have been doing something just like this. Like whatever it is that we're offering, we can share how other people like them have been doing it too. Social proof. On the other hand, being on the other side of the table, I think it's important to think for ourselves whenever we see lots of social proof going on. Hey, is this a situation that genuinely warrants me doing this because other people are doing it, or is there something else going on here? Do I have the facts? Can I think for myself? And what do I think about this? If I am thinking for myself, what do I think about this? Anyways, guys, bit of a long video, but hope you guys got the concept of social proof and just how important and powerful it is. Okay, have a great day, guys.